Yes, sir.
finish. Share ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ.
Do I start, sir?
Start ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
So, very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur. It's organized a world record series too. Today we are completing 291st day of the daily webinar series. And the resource person for today's session on the is Honorable Mrs. Radha Belliappa Madam, organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Ambedkar sir. Also welcome faculty members of my college and all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is, now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Honorable Mrs. Radha Madam. She is a counselor at present serving at Yenepoya, that is Institute of Arts, Science, Commerce and Management, which is deemed to be University, Mangalore. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, madam, please start your presentation. You are most welcome.
Thank you, Prashant sir, for introducing and welcoming me to this prestigious World Record webinar series, which enlightens everyone with numerous topics. And congratulations to Dr. Ambedkar sir, Principal and Chief Organizer, and your team for this commendable work. Thank you, sir. Today's topic is psychosocial ecosystem. The psychosocial ecosystem is an interrelation of social factors, individual thought and behavior of human beings, graphic area, all other organisms, as well as weather and landscape work together to form a bubble of life. The master contributor is the human interaction with these environments, which makes or breaks the ecosystem. As we know, human beings are culmination of social, mental, physical, and spiritual aspects. This is a genuine effort to focus on human life and how we can you, may I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, yes.
Yes.
Please.
This is a genuine effort to focus on human life and how we can make this world an amazing place to live by readjusting our lifestyles into a harmonious atmosphere. Sorry, I couldn't share the videos, otherwise you could have better interactable in this. Actually, there is a schematic representation made easy to understand here. So the how it is interrelation with our psychosocial ecosystem means emotionally, socially, environmentally, cognitive, spiritual, and moral factors. Emphasizing the cultivation of basic human values as skills in order to increase individual, social, and environmental flourishing. Our researchers across the world are stressing the need for this human quality as the mother catalyst for bringing about a change in positivity to compassion. Hence, I advocate and practice the self-directed emotional learning for empathy and kindness program, that is SEEK, from UNESCO, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Education for Peace and Sustainable Development, and Life University, USA. Psychosocial health comprises of 4 important factors. when we relate to human beings. First is social, that is relating. Second is emotional, that's feeling. Third is spiritual, that's being soul conscious. And fourth is a mental, that is thinking. Now let's have a brief insight on all these. Now screen is actually visible, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, yes.
Slides can be visible. Thank you. So next, continuing mental health. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood, to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to community. It is an integral component of health and well-being that underpins our individual and collective abilities to make decisions, build relationships, and shape the world we live in. It's a basic human right and crucial to personal, community, and socio-economic development. Next comes the spiritual health. Spiritual health is about the connection with the self, that is personal dimension, others, that is social dimension, the nature, that is the environment, and God, the mystical dimension. It is a concern for a sensitivity to things of the spirit of soul conscious and especially as opposed to materialistic concerns. More specifically, a concern for supreme soul or God and a sensitivity to experience regardless of any religion. Social health. Social health may be defined as the ability to form satisfying interpersonal relationships with others. One who is able to make positive relationships and acquires the ability to adapt in different social situations and act appropriately as per the situation concerned, and can be called a socially healthy person. Emotional health. Emotional health is related to the ability to manage our moods and feelings. It is about our sense of well being, our ability to cope with the life events, and how we acknowledge our own emotions as well as those of others. It doesn't mean being happy all of the time. Emotionally healthy individuals tend to have strong and healthy coping skills that help them in testing and trying circumstances. The major aspects which affects a human being adversely are easily managed by the following noble human qualities. They are compassion, mindfulness, ethics, and gratitude. Now move on to mindfulness. This is a self-explanatory slide. When we do any task mindfully, we yield these benefits like may help lower blood pressure, improves cognition, decreases emotional reactivity, increases empathy, reduces stress, restores childlike wonder, improves quality of sleep, support working memory, boosts immunity, and so on and so forth. Then comes ethics, the high weightage values of a human being that includes morality, honesty, righteousness, fairness, responsibility, conscience, choices, honors, values, integrity, and these are the ethical values in us. Seek, that is self-directed emotional learning for empathy and kindness with the values and concepts like compassion and integrity. It is based on a secular approach to universal ethics. common sense, common experience, and science rather than a particular culture or religion. Now we shall see what are the fundamental concepts in SEEK program. First is self-cultivation, second, relating to others, and third, engaging in systems. So what is self-cultivation? It comprises calming body and mind, ethical mindfulness, emotional awareness, self-compassion, impartiality and common humanity, forgiveness and gratitude, and empathetic concerns. Self cultivation covers how one relates to oneself and knowledge and skills related to the inner life of the individual. This begins with the ability to self regulate one's body and emotions, and then moves on to include self compassion and inner qualities like courage, fortitude, forbearance, and identification of one's values. The first step towards improving relationship with others and making a positive impact in communities is developing an increased level of personal well-being. This is referred to as process of self-consciously working to increase these types of personal skills and well-being, that is self-cultivation. Second, relating to others, that how we relate to others. Actually includes impartiality and common humanity. Once again, forgiveness and gratitude, empathetic concern to others, and compassion for others. This covers how one relates to others constructively and in a way that promotes one's own and others' well-being. Built on the foundation of the self-regulation and restrained from harming others. This involves strengthening the pro-social skills of forgiveness, gratitude, empathy, and compassion. This involves examining how we interact with others so that we avoid actions and attitudes that may cause harm and cultivate the actions and attitudes that help others. Engaging in systems. This is the last part. Appreciating interdependence, how we depend on others and helping each other, and engaging with discernment. Here we say how one engages compassionately and with integrity as a participant in complex systems. This involves recognizing our independence and interdependence of systems, which can be as small as a family or local community or as vast as the world, and developing skills and discernment to act effectively for constructive change within those systems and ultimately enhance the well-being, flourishing of ourselves as well as others. Compassion by itself is not enough for ethical and effective decision making. It must be conjoined with the critical thinking and an understanding of reality. Gaining insight into the interdependent nature of our reality can be empowering and can lead to a deeper connection with others and world around us. Practicing a critical thinking guided by the context of values, interdependence, and our common humanity is the best guarantee for a more fulfilling and happy life for ourselves and others. Last but not the least, gratitude. We know gratitude is the noble quality by being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. This should be our natural nature, irrespective of the situation. For our daily survival, we are depending on our surrounding nature and people directly and indirectly. We should be thankful and big heart enough to bless others. Thank you, Dr. Becker, sir, for choosing me as a resource person. And also, I thank all the eminent participants who present here. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir.
Participants are requested. If you have any query, please ask.
Good evening, Betra Sahab. Good evening, Prashant Sahab. After a long time, I'm not resuming. Had some problem to my home and that could not be make my presence in the webinars because my mother had undergone surgery. Everything. So again, I was really happy to join. And today, the topic was very relevant one. The psychological ecosystem is a need of the hour. What Madam has pointed out. Actually. This is the common phenomena actually in this very busy world or say dynamic world. People are more of imbalance because of the ecosystem, right now prevailing. In this condition, we are living and we are becoming balanced. The reason that we are not psychologically balanced. So, what could be the best practices could suggest us so that we can be able to manage this imbalance ecological and then making ourselves psychological balanced?
Yes, sir.
What could you suggest, madam? How can we really make our
So,
balance?
this is very relevant with what we have shared here. It's not growing ourselves. It is growth through the ecosystem, what we have to give, and that only will receive it. That's actually empathy and concern is the basis of everything. So how we look after the environment or the nature will serve as well as what we extend it to what we serve. So when we have the empathy to look after the nature, then it also kind of safeguard it will provide. So that's a in daily basis when we have all the resources, we don't think that it is somehow it is helped by someone else, because when we in the morning when we get up, so everything will be ready. We'll get water through our taps and milk to our door and paper, newspaper, everything. And the in the flat where we live, everything will be cleaned, corridors, everything. We are not at all noticing and we are not acknowledging it at all. And sun will shine. The communication, our systems, are how we travel, reach our offices, what we render. Everything is give and take, but we don't acknowledge it all. So we don't have the gratitude, daily gratitude. It's we have taken for granted. So I wish everyone have the nature of giving blessing to others. That is at least a thanksgiving daily to what the universe has given to us. And silently we used to give whatever the availability we have, share and care. That is what the sustainability is through that kindness is very empathetic. It is not the sympathy, not through words. It is what deed we do, the concern we have to the nature and to the surrounding society, or what way we live in.
Don't you think that this is all lacking in the present context? That's what my concern is. That when you say empathy and you said gratitude, everything, this is all lacking. That's the reason we are making more psychological patient than psychologically strong.
Correct, sir. Exactly. That's what my concern, and that's why I left my teaching career and came to counseling. So where at least I can serve, and I'm a very spiritual person. I always meditate for 2 to 3 hours daily, and I take my profession as a counselor to bless the children, and even the faculty and staffs are also coming forward to take help, because everyone are stressed out for no reason. All are busy and there is no time for nothing. But when I see Bedkar sir, like personality, how he makes his time, that is a wonder. He don't say no to nothing. So always he's available, and I know today is a very busy day for sir, but still he avails time for everything. So giving time to others is lacking in our humanity itself. We don't have time for others, and we are busy with our own growth, and we are neglecting the society, surrounding, family, or wherever we live in. So empathy is the root of every growth, I can say. And how much in our career we can serve. So that is the maybe the biggest gift we can give to this universe.
No, as you rightly mentioned in our words that they need to be a bit spiritual, a bit empathetical in our approach. Then I think the problems of the whole world will be differently resolved. Everybody is becoming more of a emotional being and losing their rationality, and all these problems being resolved. Thank you so much, madam, for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir. Please.
Hello, good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir, Prashant sir, and good evening, Radha ma'am. Wonderful presentation of a very great topic you have selected today for the presentation. Nowadays, it is very much required, and there are two terminologies: psychosocial ecosystem we are talking about. So, psycho means something with one individual, one pertaining to one individual, while social, when we are saying it is a group of people and social aspects we have to think of. So a wonderful presentation, madam. But in social science, it is said that means when we are talking about social health, there are social causes that lead to social pathology and that lead to social disease condition. And there are social preventive measures as well as there are some social treatment also. But many of the times it has been seen, the riots and, so many things are happening. They are still taking place. So can we prevent can we maintain this equilibrium harmony in this ecosystem with the help of preventive and curative measures with the social science? Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that query. So here it is, as I already explained in detail regarding how we can give to the maybe environment. So because of the whatever we give to nature, it will maybe in the way of disaster, landscape, or maybe the floods. We can see the natural calamities, whatever is going through, and we are maybe undergoing all this. So science has developed so drastically, it's very vast. So science is one way, it is maybe blessings, and another way it is actually the destructive way, how we consider that. Science is one way, it is advantage, otherwise it will spoil the whole world. So how we use positively, that's what the concern. Whatever the maybe concern we have, the regulation of the smoke or whatever measures we take, still we are maybe harming the whole ecosystem. It is not only the human being or living here. It's maybe link is there. Geology is actually connected with survival systems, and it is a close internet. That is, so interconnection, interrelation is there. So a human being, or that's why my concern is only I have diverted the whole topic as a psychosocial ecosystem and the human being. That's why I told it is the mother catalyst. What human beings are actually doing wrong things, and we think that we are more powerful because we have brain and we can think and we can do anything. So of course, scientific advancement is it's good. Technological improvement is, of course, it's good. But when we think Esther years, how are maybe the old age people were survived with the basic thing. They are also very healthy and they were happy. Now we are so convenient and we are more maybe comfortable, but we are lack of a peace of mind. So how it is means we are more maybe relying on scientific gadgets rather than human communication or human the feelings. The feeling is missing here. So that's what harming the nature is actually the root cause of all these distractions, so much viruses, so much diseases, and we can't curb it. So inevitable to face it. How precautionary we like we take the precautions and how we survive. That is now only the question exists. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, with a very simple example, the traffic is the best example of psychosocial environment or ecosystem. And how the people are, overtaking, how people are breaking the rules, how people are, they are behave like an enemy with each other, and how they go further. That is what we can see. So, even there are so many signals and police to control this psychosocial, aspect of the people, but still people are doing mistakes and they are doing. So it is very difficult domain what I feel psychosocial aspect when we are saying, how the one person will react, no one can predict. Right, ma'am. Thank you, madam, for your great thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Again, anybody would like to ask, please? So thank you so much, Honorable Dr. Badiuddin sir, our friend Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, for the nice queries. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M.M. Bedkar sir, for the concluding words. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, Prashant sir, and today's resource person, Radha Belliappa madam, who is a regular participants of our group. When we post a post in the group, she encourages, reacts. She supports the series by informing others to join the series, and just now she appreciated our various words and how the webinar series is reaching to the peoples and introducing new knowledge or variety of knowledge to the participants. Thank you madam for your appreciation. And what the basic aim of this series was, new topic should be introduced, and today's topic, new topic, physiological psychological ecosystem, and how a person or how we behave, how we progress, it all covered in this speech. Importance of this topic and the useful things of this you have explained very nicely. So thankful to you, and in future also we invite you. You always here welcome. And you yesterday your daughter also have completed her speech, and it was also because of your inspiration. So thank you madam for sparing your valuable time, and thankful to Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Dr. Swanand Shukla ji, Dr. Badruddin Ahmed sir, who have explained and today discussed this thing. And here today's international conference where 3 students of Badruddin Ahmed sir were presented their speech. So the teacher encourages the students. Today's is the example of Dr. Badruddin Ahmed sir. Thank you madam, because no explanation on your topic, because it was very clear and we enjoyed the webinar. Thank you madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur in Maharashtra State. As we know, it's organized a world record series to Today we have completed 291st day of the long series, and the topic for today's presentation was psychosocial ecosystem, which have been presented now by Honorable Mrs. Radha Belliappa Madam, very sincerely, clearly, in a simple language. Now the term is very new, but ma'am have explained it very clearly. What is an ecosystem, psychosocial ecosystem, then giving the different example upon the psychosocial ecosystem, what is meant by psychosocial nature, psychosocial different skills, educations, and how the atmosphere must be there, and what are the psychosocial factors in the different fields. Now these points you covered in your lecture, madam. So thank you so much on behalf of the organizing committee members. I thank the chief organizer of the series, our ILEAD principal, M. Betkar sir. Also thanks colleagues from my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. K. N. Kadam sir, Honorable Dr. Jambudrao Kadam sir, Honorable Praveen Vitge sir, and others. Special thanks, Honorable Dr. Badiuddin sir, who joined today after a long break and asked a nice query. Also said your views. And also thanks Dr. Swami Shukla sir, and should not forget all those dear participants. Thanks a lot to you all. Now request, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So with the kind permission of the chief organizer, I declare today's session is over. Thank you so much once again to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The PPT was not actually presentable in the beginning. So sorry for the interruption. Actually.
No, it's online. Everything we accept because it so many
Yeah.
time it not happen. But if it frequently, maybe few time, but you joined and presented perfectly. That happens 5 to 2 minutes, 3 minutes late, no problem.
Yeah. We used 2-3 systems here. Thank you so much.